go. Yeah, go.
Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome to FanView. As you can see today, I'm going to be hosting the show today. We're here to talk about the derby that is going down on Sunday between Manchester United and Man City, the Manchester derby. And today we have Moyo with me and GB. Moyo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Hi, everyone.
Are you prepared for the match on Sunday?
I'm really scared about it. I won't lie. I'm really scared. But then we move.
Okay. It's nice to have you on the show.
Yeah.
And also, GB, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are you looking forward to a straight win? Or you think that there's
expect
going to be a surprise?
but anything can happen, so not 100%.
Okay. So today we're just going to be picking a combined 11 between Manchester United and Manchester City. And we have our Man U expert Moyo and our Man City expert GB. They are going to give me a player in each position. And they're going to, if there's a debate between both of them, they will put out their arguments, and then I'll be the decider to pick the more solid argument. Before we move on, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and also share the video to all your friends so they can come and watch us as well. Okay. So before I start, I'm just going to throw out the question. Moyo, what do you think United can do to win this match on Sunday?
Thing is, there's so many things Man City could do to hurt us because they have, one of the best strikers in the world right now, Erling Haaland. But then I just feel like if we can stay compact and then try to frustrate City, then we could try and win this game. Because we've been playing well. The only reason why I feel scared about this derby is because it's not at Old Trafford, it's at Etihad. And this is why I say this is the biggest test Ten has to face, because Liverpool, we did play them on Anfield, we played them on Old Trafford. And then Arsenal too, we did play them on Emirates, we played them on Old Trafford. We're going to the Champions ground. So I just feel it's going to be really difficult for us to get the victory.
Okay. And GB, do you think it's going to be a straightforward game, or you think there can be some bumps in the road for Man City?
Definitely, there will be bumps on the road, because Manu's style of play now after the Brentford game has considerably changed. So it's more about sitting deep and then try to attack, counter attacks, and that's one of the weakest things that you can ever use to catch Man City, especially at home. So when most teams try to sit deep and then want to attack through the counters, it can be very, very dangerous. When you have the sort of quality that Man U has up front, Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony, because when we even faced Newcastle, the quality was not even up to that. We suffered at some points. Yeah, so it's not going to be straightforward at all.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. Sorry. Before we move on, I just want to ask a question to GB. GB, do you think the reason why we play defensively now is because we faced two big teams like in Liverpool and Arsenal, and that's
okay. I feel like right now, Bernardo does not have those guys to play what he wants yet. So it's mostly trying to work with what you have, and then when with time you get to have your players and your personnel jiggered. So that's why, because I think I shared a particular graphic to the group today, and you saw Man U defensive line heights, Man U were very, very low, even pressing. But with time, and then more understanding of what he wants, it should improve.
Okay. So before I was interrupted, let's move swiftly forward to picking the team out. So
I want to ask you a question. Please, what is the criteria they were using? Let us know.
Strictly for this team, we're going to be using based on this season, how they played this season.
Okay, but then
we can make it this year. Well, let's make it this year.
Okay, but then is it
from that league? There's going to be a problem.
My problem with it is that this thing? Isn't it all about us debating? So if I can debate to say, oh, this player is better than this player, better than GB. Should it be?
If you can make your argument more convincing,
Yeah.
yeah, then maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But I just think we should base it on maybe this year. That would be more fair towards United. And not only this year, for those players that are just coming in, we can judge it like a mixture of both. So I think this should be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I'm just going to ask you guys, what formation are you guys going to go for?
4-3-3. I think it's very similar.
I think you guys can agree on that, like straight away.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
Okay, so let's change the formation to 4-3-3.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to start from the back. So we're going to start from the goalkeeper. So Moyo, who do you think should be the starting goalkeeper for this combined 11?
I mean, this one is very difficult because if we're doing a combined level with Liverpool, then I would have said Alisson. But I know GB is going to argue with me and say there is no more a modern goalkeeper. But then I feel like a goalkeeper, your first objective should be stopping. You should be good with your hands. You should be able to know how to stop shots. But Anderson is not good at that. So I'll choose the over Anderson because I feel like Anderson could always make mistakes.
I would choose the keeper that won the best keeper of the league last season and currently has joint clean sheets this season. That's enough to prove my point.
But then clean sheet comes with defense now. Like our defense has been poor.
Yeah.
So you
Why
don't
would you
expect.
choose a keeper that is better at keeping clean sheets than yours?
Sorry?
Like, why would you decide to choose the year then ahead of him? Because it's not like all games you like the opponent has 0 shot on targets. You still have to like. It's more difficult, say, when your team is in possession and then your concentration must like be 100% every time because you don't get to concede many shots on targets. So you cannot use saves because if you want to compare the year and let's say Bournemouth keeper, then you want to use Bournemouth keeper in checking saves. So you have to check many things aside from
yeah, but then the thing is, what is the keeper's objective?
The keeper's objective is to keep clean sheets first, which Anderson is better at doing right now. To help the team, which Anderson is also better at doing right now.
He has a better defense.
Wait, we're still at the goalkeeper. I'll not move forward. Moyo, make your arguments first. So
I feel like this is good to be fair on the air because the air does not have the best defense of the league in front of him. I mean, Peter Schmeichel even said it. He said, I don't think I'm a better goalkeeper than the air because if I had this defense in front of me, I don't think I'd have kept as much clean sheet as I kept. So I just feel like if this was Alisson there, I would put hands down. Okay, Alisson is better than the Alisson because Alisson is good on his feet and is good at stopping shots too, and it's good on one-on-one. But like, I mean, the air has been our best players for many seasons now, and last season it wasn't really bad for him, if not for the poor defense in front of him. So I just feel like the air should be there. Okay. Apart from his distributions.
Okay, so GB,
I think it's like it speaks for itself. Anderson was like the team of the year last season. And presently, right now, he has probably like the most joint clean sheets. You cannot just basically use saves to measure a keeper because it goes away from the team play. Checking Bournemouth keeper right now, or okay, Nottingham Forest, Anderson will probably have the most saves in the league. And that doesn't mean it's better than a lot of keepers. So having a lot of saves does not mean you are the top right now. Honestly, to be honest, I think Ederson picks it for me very clearly. Very clearly.
But it's not about the saves. It's about
what?
It's not about the amount. It's not about the amount of saves that the air makes.
And what then is?
But then there's some saves that the air makes and you're like, wow, unbelievable.
And you want 3 goals.
Let's wait for GB to finish.
Okay.
I'm listening
to. Sorry.
You make 4 saves, good, fine, perfect for you as the keeper. But for the team, Ederson, please. As a keeper, personally, for your own personal merits, you can have 6-7 saves. The judge does that. He has so many saves. But for the team right now, for the joint 11, no. That's the Ederson.
Okay. These are very convincing arguments. Well, left to me, I think I would sway more towards Ederson because despite the fact that United's defense has been poor, he has made so many errors that led to goals.
Yes, against
You remember
Brentford.
that
Very,
the game
I can
against
remember.
Brentford, he led to a goal directly. I think it was even 2 goals he led to directly.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I just think that's another factor I'm going to put into it. So
I
I
feel
was leaning
like
towards
but then to DS defense here against Bournemouth, the team was bad. So you can't just
Brentford, he made 2 mistakes like directly. There's one he wanted to pass to Eriksen. Like,
yes,
it's so obvious.
and I said distribution is not part of his game. But
Okay,
like
what about the shots, the first goal
yeah,
against Brentford?
that's what I'm
Killed
saying.
it.
But like the whole team was bad, so like it just
No,
rubbed off
come
on
on.
him
You
and
don't have any
everything. So
arguments for him, please.
yeah, okay.
I just think that the year is better at saving here, but more on a balance. I think Ederson is better because these recent years, not even just this year, he has made a lot of mistakes recently.
But Ederson
So
has made a lot of mistakes.
however, the edge
You
is
can't
just
see
one position. Just one position. So I'll go with Ederson. Guys, wow. Okay.
We'll fight today.
So Ederson. Okay, moving on to right back position. I'm going to go to GB. Who is your pick for the right back position?
See, honestly, right?
Yes.
If it were purely based on this season, I'll probably choose Dalot, like so far. But yeah, literally like counting the entire year, and Walker has had a fantastic year, to be honest. But this season, I'll choose Dalot. But when your criteria is already getting confusing, then it's difficult for me to say what I'm saying. This season, though, Walker has not been playing very well. In fact, against Newcastle, he had his worst games like I've seen him at like against St. Maximin, and I have to be honest about that. But looking at it generally, so far this year, Dallo is just like 4 or 5 games now getting into form, to be honest, so far this year. So I don't know what criteria you want to use to choose on this part. Because checking through the year, it's Walker, but so far this season, it's Dallo. So it's up to you.
Okay, Mario, who are you going to pick for the right back position?
You know, before I came here, I felt, oh, I was going to go with Walker if we are going to say the year. But then the year started January, and then we're very busy from January to now. And I just feel like Dalot has been better because I mean when Ragnick came, Ragnick didn't like Ramisaka, and then Ragnick gave this guy the opportunity, and then all my fans were surprised to see how good Dalot was. And then I just feel like
this season, when? Last season?
yeah,
when
last
was
season,
last season?
bro,
last season,
last season, I feel like Dalot was a decent right back. Like
Not as good as Walker. Definitely.
But then we're basing last season, ending of last season to beginning of this season.
Is it ending? That's January.
Okay, we're basing. Yeah. But then Walker I don't think Walker was that good from January to now.
Do you have any performances that could prove you right? Because our performances that could prove that we're wrong.
Wait, okay, what am I trying to talk about? What are you going to go out?
I think you played a particular match against that was in the Europa League. That was last season.
Well, in Champions League last season.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was I think Atletico Madrid or something. Was that Atletico Madrid that we lost to? But honestly, to be honest, like Walker was so important to the extent that we wanted to play Real Madrid. We had to beg him to play, so that I could play against Real Madrid, so that I could contain Vinicius. And he did like an excellent job at doing that until he had injuries. Until he had an injury and then he had to go off. Like that's how important it was. But then, to be honest, like I said, based on this season,
was it Walker injured from the beginning of this year?
No, he wasn't. It was until few games to Real Madrid.
That's injury problem, yeah.
So it's until few games to Real Madrid that his injuries started popping up.
Okay. Yeah. So Moyo, finish.
I just feel like the progress we United fans have seen from Dalot has just been unbelievable. Sorry, and I mean this when we brought Dalot, Mourinho said he was going to be our right back for like 10 years, and then I know Ole didn't fancy him and everything, but when he went to AC Milan, he did well, and then he came back to United trying to fight for his place, and then he has won his place. So like, I feel like when Ragnick didn't want to drop him at all to show you how good Dalot was. So I just feel like Dalot has to be the team if we're using this year. to judge.
Okay. So this is another one I need to tie break again. So I think I'm going to swing towards Dalo. Judging from let's say March down to this season, Dalo has really been one of the highlights in United. He has really helped the defense because you can even see the passion he brings to the United team, both defensively and even going forward. So, and even for Portugal as well. So I think I'll go with Dalo for this one. Okay, so we're moving on to the centre back partnership. So I'm going to start with Moyo. Moyo, what's your pick for the centre back?
I mean, this guy has to be there, Ruben Dias. I feel like I've been saying this since this is the best centre back in the world. Like when people compare him to Van Dijk, I'm always like, do we watch the same game? And I know I might be reaching far, so but then I just feel like Ruben Dias has to be there. And if we're using this year, I can't put Varane, but then I have to put Martinez.
They are using this year. Martinez is coming from like a lower league, like a far lower league.
Okay,
to be honest, like I think the criteria is going to be the biggest problem here. If you are using this season, I'm fine with Martinez being there, like 100%. To be honest.
Okay, so let's make it. The problem is that on this season we have not played that many games.
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
just
that's very true.
solely based on this season, it's going to be kind of harsh. That's why I'm trying to make it from around
if it's based on this season, the Man Utd players have more opportunities to get into the team because they've been playing well of recent. Because if you want to check all through the whole year, you cannot tell me Rashford is going to get ahead of Foden. Because Rashford just started
then officially let's just make it this season. Just to make it clear.
Right?
This
honestly. Because I feel like that's the best shot Man Utd has.
So I'll give you not complain too much. Okay, so let's continue. So Moyo, you said your partnership is going to be Ruben Dias and Martinez.
Yes, I agree to that. This is
I don't wait. Does Ruben Dias not play as the left side? Does Ruben Dias not play on the left side?
Actually,
he can play like.
But then I feel like what people don't see. I just feel like Varane has been better than Martinez this season. So I'm going to put
personally
Ruben Dias
I think so as well.
Varane.
I think so as well. But yeah, it is what it is.
I think Martinez is like he obviously collected like the player of the year, this debut months. That's like he had two very bad games at the beginning. He was subbed off at halftime against Brentford, but since then it's been different. To be honest.
Yeah, but like okay, Ruben Dias and Martinez then.
Same for me too. We don't need to argue.
I agreed on that. So okay.
Like I said, then Dalo has every right to be there this season.
Okay, so I think there's no real arguments in left back position. So
or do you want to say
don't try that, Moyo.
I mean, I have to fight for my bedding mates now. So
okay, so your pick
wow. Cancelo.
Okay, so that one is unanimous. Cancelo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on to the CDM position.
That would be good.
Let me start with GB. GB, who was your pick for the CDM
position? Come on. It has to be Rodri. Like so far this season, like okay, there is a case for Casemiro being exceptional, world class, everything fine, all ends up. I agree. If you are going to pick, like if Rodri and Casemiro is on the bench and you want to choose like from the two of them based on like their abilities, you are going to pick Casemiro. Like no arguments about that. But this season, Casemiro has not even played. To be fair, because if Casemiro has actually played, I actually expect him like to be top. Because that's kind of player he's, he's a world-class player, no doubt. I can't argue against that. But this season, like so far, it has to be Rodri. Like, come on.
Okay. So, Moyo, do you have any contrary opinion, or you're going to go with Rodri as well.
I mean, Casemiro is different. It's different gravy. Like you can't just say, oh, because he hasn't played this season. I feel like there's some players that are just bound to be there. So Casemiro is there. And if we're going to use based on what GB just said, that means McTominay has to be there because McTominay is keeping Casemiro on the bench right now. Which
So
is why
McTominay has played better than Rodri.
no, that like I'm saying based on what you just said.
Yeah, I like you know, we've not gotten to that spot. You cannot tell me McTominay is going to take a spot over KDB or Bernardo Silva this season, will you?
McTominay is going to take over KDB.
Like, based on a defensive midfielder, McTominay is not a defensive midfielder. He's not a four. He's probably like a joint. If he's going to play as a defensive midfielder, then he has to be like a double partnership between him and Eriksen or him and Fred.
Oh, okay. But then Casemiro then, because I just feel like you should just say, oh, because he hasn't played this season and everything. He came late. He didn't come beginning of this season. He came when the season already started. So obviously he has to do a lot of catching up. But I just feel like if we are to judge based on this, I just feel like we should just give Casemiro. There's no point judging based on this season in this one because Casemiro is just a better player. I mean, we're picking the best 11 for this team. If we're going to pick the best 11, Casemiro has to be there.
I don't believe, because I believe also that based on Laporte's not being fit, Laporte is supposed to even be there too. Like, if we're going to use a criteria, can we just stick with it?
No, but then the thing is, Laporte has been in the league since, so even if he was on form and everything, yeah, we don't know if he might play, if he might not play. But like Casemiro just came to the league.
Yeah, so you just choose so that when we have the second leg, then you push him in, right?
What? Like Casemiro is different. I just feel like Casemiro should be there. Like,
are we doing this thing on merit or performances? That's what I'm going to have to ask you.
Well, this is why I was trying to make it more broad to include towards the ending of last season. Because if we're basing it on that, I think Casemiro should be in the team over Rodri. But based on this season alone, I don't know what to judge on Casemiro.
So because I feel like if we are going to
he hasn't started the game in the Premier League.
Can you imagine? How do you want him to be there? It's unfair on those that have played like 7 matches already.
But then, I mean, you people don't watch Brazil.
I think that
nobody don't watch Brazil. Casemiro now. Who doesn't know how good he is?
I said you guys don't watch Brazil, so I feel like he has played well in Brazil. So
are you going to do this?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm not sure.
I know you are going to do it grudgingly, but if you are going to beat the team of the season so far, then you have to pick him. I don't know. I know you are going to. Okay, fine. He does have to be there.
He has to be there. So
I know.
I really don't. I'm a Madrid fan as well, so this is really, really difficult for me. Well, I think I just have
what you are choosing right now doesn't mean like ability, right? We've already decided our criteria.
I mean, it's just like when this guy first came to, just like.
There's power outage, but it's back.
What
do you say, Jesse? GB has what?
I think GB has a point. Like, well, we agreed to judge it based on this season, and Casemiro has not played. I really want to pick Casemiro because I think Casemiro will be in any ultimate team above Rodri.
Of course, yeah, of course he will.
Solely based on this season, I think that Rodri has to be in the team. So I'm just for because we ironed out what we are facing.
Yeah, like to be honest, Moyo, like you cannot expect me to say that if we're going to pick them on their abilities, that I could probably want to choose Rodri over Casemiro, but like on that level basis, you know, of course, Casemiro is going to get him like anything. So if it were another criteria, it would have been him. To be honest.
Actually, yeah. I'll go Casemiro.
Why?
To make the midfield more balanced, I'll go Casemiro.
Are we doing this based on this season? Because I'm not going to
balance. There are some balances that need to be.
Do you know that?
That what?
Sorry?
I'm not going to agree for you guys to bring in Rashford if you are going to bring in Casemiro right now.
No, it's not you that is making the decision, it's me. So
All right, that's fine. Because if you how will you now put Haaland then ahead of Ronaldo? If Ronaldo has already scored so many goals last season, and because it's not playing well, we all know that Ronaldo is going to get in any team.
But
It
then,
doesn't make sense now.
to be honest, JB is making a lot of points here.
The
It
difference
doesn't make any
between
sense because if you want to pick a joint 11 between Man City and Man U, why would you pick Haaland ahead of Ronaldo? Ronaldo is like an all-time great.
But the difference between Ronaldo and Haaland is that Ronaldo has played games this season for United. Like he has
Ronaldo has
started.
not played anything. He has not started up to 2 or
He has started
3.
two. He has started 2 games for us. And
So
I mean, okay, but then you are basically you have started in the Europa League, but then Haaland has scored more. So you cannot just say, oh, okay, Ronaldo has to get into this team. But I
if
just
you're
like
like the merit that you used to pick Casemiro is going to obviously work in the favor of Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo will get in any team, any team, anytime, any day. If it's on form or it's not on
but
form.
the difference between Ronaldo and the difference between Casemiro is that Casemiro has not even played any game at all. But then Ronaldo has.
Ronaldo has not played well. Like he has not even played. Like I don't think he has gathered 3 starts in a row to even talk. Say okay, we want to give him the
But
opportunity.
he has played 2 times in a row. He has started 2 games in a row.
Started no.
Yes.
No.
He started
Against who?
Oh, sorry. He started against Southampton. But then Casemiro has not even started any game at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't deserve to be here yet.
I mean,
see, it's not hard, right? Just say if you're going to bring a
Casemiro, I think GB has convinced me. GB has convinced me, so I'm going to go with Roger again.
Honestly, because if I'm going to pick in Casemiro, just put in Ronaldo.
So yeah. So for the midfield partnership, so let me start with Moyo. Who are you going to go with?
I mean, no brainer. The brainer has to be there. And then the second part is why I feel like me and GB are going to argue about. I feel Eriksen should be there.
Okay.
KDB. Yeah. I'm absolutely fine with that. I feel Eriksen has been so good.
So that was easier than I thought. So let's go.
I would have said Bernardo Silva, but Bernardo Silva has been playing on on the right wing more this season so far. Mahrez has not been starting a lot. So Bernardo Silva has been on the right wing. So if you're going to bring in everything, that's fine.
We're going into the realm of real trouble. Let's go to the left wing position. GB, over to you.
Based on this season, right? We have.
Yeah.
To be honest, I really think it's very, very close between Foden and Rashford, but Rashford really performed like very, very well. It was like the player of the month for last season. So yeah, I'll tip him over.
Okay, so Moyo, who are you going to pick?
I mean, this guy has never played as a left winger that much. But then I'm just going to pick him. If I was going to pick Rashford, I feel like Sancho has played well this season too. So
but not as much as Rashford anyway.
So Rashford has started as a striker.
Yeah,
most of the time. So
yeah,
but
he's actually very comfortable playing as a left winger because I think he can also do that very well.
Yeah. And most of his goals has come from him playing at the left wing when we changed to the second half.
So we're putting Rashford as left winger.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then we'll go to the right wing. So Moyo, over to you. Who do you think should be on the right wing position for our ultimate team?
Thing is, we're going to judge based on this season, but like if I bring up the fact that Anthony also played well in every division this season, people are going to argue with me.
And you want to bring in Mahrez, then I'll mention Mahrez for you. Are you joking?
Has Mahrez played well this season?
He has played well last season. Because why are you bringing in Anthony?
No, I'm trying to say like Anthony has
he's trying to say Anthony has played.
He played well in Ajax this
season. Last season.
No, I'm talking about this season.
He has played well for United.
Anthony has only played just one match now.
For Ajax.
Why would you bring up?
Like he played for Ajax this season now.
So if Man City and Man you want to choose a joint level, you think Antonio is going to get in?
I'm just saying, like, if we're going to judge based on this season, I don't think any right winger in Man City has played better than
Bernardo Silva has played far better because that's where he has been playing this season.
Bernardo Silva. Okay, then is it okay if I put Sancho over there?
Why will you put Sancho over Bernardo Silva? Okay, that's your point. Okay, your point. Okay, fine. Yes.
Okay, then if it's that, then I put Sancho over Bernardo Silva.
Okay. Give your reasons.
So, GP, who's your pick for the right wing position?
Bernardo Silva, because obviously look at it: 7 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. Like, come on, this guy has been on fire playing at the right wing this season. He has 2 goals and 3 assists. How would you mention Sancho?
But then
remember that Sancho has been balling too.
Sancho has 2 goals too. If we're going to use stats here, he has 2
and how many assists?
He has assisted Rashford. He assisted.
I can check it for you.
I can check.
He has 2 goals and 0 assists.
Okay. Wait, are we only judging this thing based on Champions League, based on Premier League or Champions League too? Because he has
Premier League now. Isn't it a Premier League match that they want to play?
Oh, okay. But like he has
Sancho.
I won't even solely based on that, but judging on everything in like together.
Wait, Premier League and Champions League, yeah. And Europa League too. Jesse.
Europa.
I'm just trying to tell you that it's not solely based on stats we're judging.
Yeah,
yes,
but like
yes. Check every metric
like
that you want to check.
I feel like Sancho has played better than Bernardo Silva this season.
What? Please, I think it's because like you are just obviously watching like Man United games alone. I can count on my fingers number of games that Sancho has played well this season.
Please.
Can count the number of games that he has played this season in general.
As in, I don't think.
How many games has Sancho played well this season against? He played well against Liverpool. And who else?
He played well against Arsenal.
Which Arsenal?
I can say he played well against Arsenal. I can say he played well against Leicester.
Was it not the same Arsenal that Antonio was at the right wing and then then he had to like be switching with Rashford. When did he ever play well against Arsenal? I cannot remember.
Who gave the pass to Rashford that Rashford gave to Antonio?
Who? Is that you're counting by phases of play?
No. You're saying you can't remember. So what do you just say? You can't remember Sancho.
No, as he helped us when against Crystal Palace when we were 2 goals down. He was the one that started the whole comeback team against Newcastle. They passed that KDB pass, like that crazy through ball that KDB gave. If you remember, the one that went through everybody and then got to Bernardo Silva. That was like the 2-1. That was what started like the resurgence against Newcastle. The goal of Gundogan's first goal against Newcastle, the 3-3, it was Bernardo Silva's assist. You have to go and check out that assist. It was so
how many assists has Sancho made?
0. He has 0.
He assisted Rashford.
Yeah, that's
open the Premier League app. He has 0. Are you going to compare this guy to Bernardo Silva? Come on, man. This is him.
But goals and assists are not everything.
Okay, it's not everything. Fine. But you know, if you look at Bernardo Silva play, God, you have to appreciate how good this player is. I cannot like.
But then you look at Sancho. So when you look at Sancho's play, you don't appreciate what
Sancho. So in the Premier League.
Jesus Christ.
This season, Sancho has played really well.
I'm going to compare to Bernardo Silva.
I have to commend him.
What?
He has played really well.
And you're going to compare him to Bernardo Silva.
Especially with the fact that United have based like this season, right?
So bad.
That's not my business. It's your business that you are bad now. Why does it affect me?
Oh my God. You're playing against obviously Bernardo Silva is meant to have more assists because he's playing against the best striker in the league right now.
He's playing against
he's playing with the best striker in the league.
Should I tell you something? There's not have any direct assist to Haaland so far.
That does not mean anything. He's playing in a good team that's already built already. Okay, and then Sancho is playing a team that is just trying to find their identity. And we basically just said it that Man United are always defending, but then his attacking output has been good this season.
He's playing the counter-attacking style. That's the best style for his team at this moment. You cannot compare 2 team styles now. So you want to use inferiority complex to push Sancho in?
Sancho is not a quick player that plays counter-attack.
I don't forget. How does
Sancho? So far, Sancho has played better than Bernardo Silva. Are you going to say that?
I feel so.
Oh God. You think Sancho has played better than Bernardo Silva? And you've been watching games.
Okay, so gathering all your thoughts together. I think I've watched both of them play, and both of them have played really well, no doubt. Well, these are not difficult decisions to make, but I think I'll go with Sancho. I think I'll go with Sancho.
Sancho ahead of Bernardo Silva. Have you guys even watched any match this season?
Well, I maybe
do you know the biggest problem here? Because you don't watch Man City matches.
I watch Man City matches, and Bernardo Silva has played really well. But we're basing it, there's a relativity here.
And again,
it on this season. This guy has 2 goals, 3 assists in 7 games.
Forget about
passing completion.
You don't have to use stats.
Check passing completion. Check big chances created. Check chances created.
GB, you realize that United have GB. United have based this season right now on defense. They have tried to make their defense better.
And that's their style of play. It's not supposed to affect me, right? It's not supposed to affect me. That's their style of play. That's what they chose to do.
But in that type of system, Sancho is still the one carrying ball forward and making a lot of plays for United. A lot of things go around him that people don't realize.
Then Bernardo Silva, oh God, like I cannot believe I think Sancho to Bernardo Silva, like so far. Come on. You guys, you have to think about it. You go check the stats.
I'm trying to look for the stats of chance created because I know De Bruyne is first.
Chances created, big chances created. Sancho has 0. Bernardo Silva has 2. Passes completed. Bernardo Silva has more. Assists, he has more. Pass completion, he has more. Touches, he has more. Crosses, he has more. Like, I don't know what you want to call it. He has more. He's better, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Open your Premier League app and check the comparison now. I'm not making the stats up.
Oh my God, I saw this thing today.
You can even check Footmob for their average rating so far this season. Bernardo Silva is beating him like hands down. I don't understand this.
How's Bernardo Silva play better?
I'm giving you enough reasons, more than goals and assists, and I don't see any reason.
What's your reason? What's your reason?
Big chances created as a winger, he has more. He's better.
We don't know that for sure.
Okay, what are you supposed to do as a winger?
Wait.
Dribbles completed. Bernardo Silva has more. How about that?
Oh my God! How do you know Bernardo Silva has more?
Do you want to? I'll check for you. I can't even believe that this season you're comparing Sancho to Bernardo Silva. Bro.
Wow.
What happened?
Well,
I feel like this is obviously going to favor Bernardo Silva because he's playing for a better team. And then
I just think that's something you need to take into account.
And the thing is, Sancho has been the bright light for us this season.
Oh, come on, that's a lie. That's Eriksen. Don't tell me that.
Jesus Christ.
Eriksen,
but the Sancho too has done very well.
He has done okay for himself. After Eriksen, I'm going to say
what do you mean by he has done okay?
Then Martinez, like Sancho is never in the top 3 pecking orders of players that have performed the best for Man Utd this season. Don't tell me that.
Oh my God.
You can't tell me that. You want to choose a best 11 and then you know that one team. Obviously.
Okay, so for now, I just think let's keep that position. We'll come back to it later. Let's go into.
I'm not going to waste time on the striker.
As we're not going to waste time on the striker now.
Okay, then let's do that. So who is our striker?
Do you want me to come and say Marshall?
Come and say
that's a good shout. That is a good shout. Well, I think Alan will just slightly take it. So let's go back to right wing position. I think that now looking at some of the stats,
points, and then I'll drop my.
Bernardo Silva has actually played better.
Yeah, obviously you play better because he's in.
He played better, but I just feel like he's relative to the team that he's playing for. I just think that that's something you need to always take into account. Despite the fact that you don't want to, GB. But I think you should take it into account.
Let me ask you something. So that means if you are going to do that, that means you are trying to say players that are playing from small teams cannot actually get good stats because when you compare them. So let's say for an example, so far, James Maddison this season, if you are going to choose, Maddison is not going to get ahead of some players that we've chosen so far, despite Leicester playing very badly. Are you going to tell me that?
Wait, so in this team, who will Madison enter for?
If you are going to choose, if you are going to choose, and you are going to choose in the midfield,
if you're going to substitute,
will Madison not enter ahead of Eriksen?
Jesus
in terms
Christ
of his performances.
Jesus Christ, this season.
Yes.
I think you can make an argument for that because Madison has really tried his best.
He has been the only light for Leicester.
I don't think he has played better than Eriksen. I think he has played better than Eriksen.
No, but then GPC has played better than Eriksen.
Because I don't know, like it's weird. Jesus. Like if you are going to choose Sancho and compare him to like Bernardo Silva because Sancho's team is not playing fine.
Okay. Mention a small team player that will get into this thing.
So far this season.
Yes. That will get into this thing. I want to see.
I don't know. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I could choose Martinelli ahead of
I'll make an argument for maybe Zaha. Zaha might enter above Rashford.
I could even choose Martinelli. Even.
Martinelli is a small player. Is he a small team? Is he play for a small team?
So is Arsenal better than Man City? Let me ask you that.
No, I said, Jesus Christ. I said pick a small team.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like you just the best 11 from two teams, and then you want to tell me that one player because it's playing for the small team, let's push him inside. Why is it the best 11? If it's the best 11, then it's going to be the team that are playing best that's supposed to have their 11. But
then it's just like saying no matter how good Bernardo Silva plays, and if he plays for Manchester United and Sancho plays the way he has been playing for Manchester United in Man City, you still choose Sancho over Man City. Why? Because
his performances
because Man City has been better. The thing is, Sancho has
playing good. Can you put Grealish? Is Grealish not playing for Man City?
Can you put Grealish where?
In this team, despite Grealish being at a better team, can you still play better than Rashford right now?
But then he has not played better than Rashford. The thing is that's
the point. Because you play for a big team does not mean you are better than the person.
But then Bernardo Silva has not played better than Sancho. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you kidding? On what basis?
He has not.
On what? Okay. On what?
You're going to use stats, yes. Because why? Because
they are attackers. Because they are attackers. We are not talking about central midfielders yet. We are talking about wingers. Honestly, I want to tell you your reason.
Just judge.
Okay, wait. Jesse, before you do that, Moyo, tell me why, based on performances, you think Sancho should be here ahead of Bernardo Silva.
Thing is, we've played 6 games. We've played 1 game less than you. You know that. And about the first 2 games were horrible.
How was that my fault?
But then since then, Sancho has just been so brilliant. And he has split, and I just feel like those 4 games down, plus the Europa League, has just been better than Bernardo Silva.
Okay, Bernardo Silva has played well in all the games we've played so far this season. How about that?
I don't know. We'll just judge.
Honestly, anything you choose, I'm not going to say anything because I cannot believe how you can say Sancho has played better than Bernardo Silva this season. You know, one thing before I go, last thing I'm going to say. Bernardo Silva normally is not a player that used to accumulate stats. That's the funny thing. Everybody knows how good he is, but doesn't get to have much stats. You know, like how pivotal Bernardo Silva is to Man City. Like Bernardo Silva was like at the point you want to go into Barca, but like we couldn't afford to lose him because like this guy is so important to Man City. Like everything we do is almost like pivotal to everything. So it's this season that is getting to add stats to his game. It's now like bringing him more like outside to the limelight. And aside stats, just watch Bernardo Silva play. You will appreciate how good this player is. It's like watching David Silva play. You don't have to have like 7 starts, 7 assists, 100 goals. He plays so well. You cannot compare Sancho to Bernardo Silva like right now. I'm sorry.
Jesse. Get talk now.
Do you have any other argument to make?
No, I'm not making any other argument.
I'm not making any arguments.
Let's just leave it as stalemates.
Bro, we have to complete this. Just choose
I
anybody.
really do not believe that. Because I feel like Moya has not given me a good reason, except for the team is playing badly. Like that does not affect Man City. That's a Man U problem.
True. GB is making a lot of good points, but Moyo is making some good points as well, and like it's very hard for me to judge.
Okay, Jesse, let me ask you. So if you want to judge an attacker, right, and you want to put him into a team, so what are the things you are going to look for?
Sorry?
If you want to choose an attacker and you want to put him into like your team, like something like this, based on the season. So what are the things that you want to see before you can, okay, fine, let's put him there?
Well, I think that it will not just boil down to the amount of start he has, but how he plays on the pitch, how he moves the ball forward as a winger, how he makes things happen for the team, even when the team is not playing well.
So, to be honest, if I tell you, like, we've gone down like twice this season, Crystal Palace and Newcastle, and Bernardo Silva has been like the guy to like start back the counter attacks because they come back in the 2 games I've seen. We didn't come back entirely against Newcastle, but we came down from a 3-1 to a 3-3 against Crystal Palace, came down from a 2-0 to a 3-2, and Bernardo Silva was like at the heart of everything. How about that?
Well, you can make the same like sort of argument for Sancho.
Okay, which games?
In all their games this season, well, let me not say all their games, but in their wins, he has had a lot of impact on the pitch.
In Liverpool's game, to be honest, except I'm missing something here, then maybe you guys can remind me. I'm open to that.
Even their Europa League game against Sheriff, it was like they were making a lot of things happen for them. I watched the match.
But then GB does not care about Europa League now because it's
How would
not.
I care about Europa League?
But that's it. That's it. So let's give it.
You played
2
2 matches in the Europa League. You've lost 1. You've won 1. I played 2 matches in Champions League. I've won 2. So
I don't understand. Where does that?
I don't understand
what I'm
the
trying
guy
to say is
says.
like
Sancho did not start against Real Sociedad.
Yeah, he started a weaker team against Sociedad.
Yes, he started Elanga and Anthony.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to understand, like, are we judging the team performances? Because if you're actually going to do that, like, if you're going to say, okay, fine, Man City is better than Man U right now, it's going to be really hard for some of the players that I'm seeing here to actually get into the team. But because these players are actually playing well, like individually, we're not using like their team as a context. We're using their performances. Because if we want to use Sancho and Bernardo Silva performances as the context, Bernardo Silva has actually played better. But you want to say because Man is not playing well, then Sancho is a bright light. I think that's very controversial, honestly. Because you cannot say like bright lights, like so because
Another thing is that Bernardo Silva is not naturally a right winger.
Well, he has been playing there all through this season.
So
there was a game he started in midfield.
Sorry?
He started 2 games in midfield.
Yeah, he did.
See, so
we're
canceling the first 2 games that Sancho played because Man United were horrible, and then
no, that's not an excuse. Now, what is the meaning of Man United were horrible? Was it not in the team? Was it not big?
But like this guy's only played 5 games as a right winger. Bernardo Silva. So we're judging based on.
You tell me that you want to remove it because Man United did not play well. Wasn't not part of the 11 players that played.
Can you listen? But then I'm just trying to say that Bernardo Silva has played 2 games as a midfielder, and then Sancho has played 4 games that has been good this season in Prem. So like I try to base on who has played more on the wing, and then Bernardo Silva has played 5 games on the wing, and Sancho has played 4 games on the wing. So we're basing it on those 4 games. Who has played better on the wing?
If you calculate the percentage, 4/6 is equals to 5/7.
Yes, but then so we're based on those 4 and 5 games. Who has played better?
Why will you remove the 2 games where Sancho also played?
Because the Bernardo Silva played in the midfield now.
You cannot see. I think you're missing.
So wait. Now we're judging based on performance. So the midfield is out there to it, and then the wing is out there to it.
I don't see. You can even remove the
The-
performance of Bernardo
when
Silva from my team.
Bernardo
Check
Silva
his right
scored,
wing performances.
when Bernardo Silva scored against this person, when Bernardo Silva scored against Crystal Palace, that this guy was talking about that he started the comp. Where was he playing?
Right wing.
I will have to check.
He played
Because
right wing. He played right.
like he might
I have it here.
he
He
might
played
have
right
started as a right wing, but then at that point was Julian Alvarez not in the team.
No, bro. Jude Alvarez was playing. We are using a two-man.
When Bernardo Silva scored,
You have to check the goal. Check the goal he scored. He came in from the right wing. Did you watch? That you know the biggest problem I'm having right now is the fact that some of these things Moyo has probably not even watched it. Maybe Jesse has. But
no,
Moyo has probably,
I'm not like that Crystal Palace game. I didn't watch it because I was busy. But then,
but then you know what? Anything you choose, I'm not going to say anything. Anything you guys decide.
I'm just going to ask GB.
Yeah.
If you were to pick a striker now between Mitrovic and Jesus, who do you think is going to be? Who you say has had the better season?
Mitrovic. Like, come on.
Why?
Because first, number of
Jesus has more stats than him.
yes, but number of goals is equal, if not more. Right? Number of goals is equal, if not more. And then check Fulham performances this season, and then Mitrovic. Like his performances are actually.
Sorry, the Man City Crystal Palace guys are talking about isn't the one that Man City won 4-2?
4-2. He played 3-2 now. Oh, was it 3-2?
Yeah, not 4-2.
Under that trick, yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing Bernardo Silva starting as a midfielder.
He played as a right winger now.
So Mahrez was playing, Foden was playing. Where was Bernardo Silva playing?
By the time he scored the goal, Mahrez was no longer in the team. They substituted him. Check.
Okay, so I don't think we need to wrap this up and make this quick. So I just pick Bernardo Silva. What's Bernardo Silva? Finally.
We can have this argument after because I don't know what Sancho is going to do here.
So, guys, we have come to the end of our team selection, and you can see the team on the screen.
I mean, we did not pick the manager for the team.
Who do you want to pick, Abed?
Pick the manager. Pick the manager. Pick the manager you want. Pick the manager.
Leave him. May pick.
So, we have Edison in goal, Dallo as right back, Diaz and Martinez as centre backs, Cancelo left back, Rodri as our CDM, with KDB and Eriksen as our midfielders, Silva controversially on the right wing, Haaland as strike, and Rashford on the left wing. And our manager is Pep Guardiola. So,
but then the thing is that both of them are both going for their third consecutive title. So,
bro, come on.
Okay, as I was saying, let us know any comments you guys have. Just leave them.
I really wish people were like live.
Yeah, so we want to hear from you guys your feedback as well. So if you have any comments, just leave it down below. And Moyo, do you have any final words to say to United fans all over the world before the match?
First of all, I feel like I was robbed here. I feel like Casemiro is meant to be here. I feel like Sancho is meant to be here. But then, no problem. I just want to say, I just hope Manchester United players could just show some fighting spirit that they didn't show last season in the two derbies. Like, that's what I just want. And I just want to see.
Did you not show any fighting spirit in the two derbies last season? No?
Yeah, I said I just want us to show what we didn't show. That's what I said.
Okay. I said say what you showed.
What we didn't show. And I just hope like we can see some improvement and we can just give Man City a game. That's what I just want, basically.
Okay, well said. And GB, Mr. League title.
Yeah, I hope they give me a game by wipe them. So like Moyo will be fine with the performances, while I'll be fine with the 3 points.
Yeah. But wait, GB, how do you wait, GB? Wait, so I'll ask you a question. If we beat City on Sunday, would you start giving us credit?
Why not? You win now.
No, because it's always like Arsenal is better than United, and everything Arsenal is way better than United. So if we beat City,
I've never said that though. Have I ever said that?
Okay, we'll talk on the group chat.
Okay. That's the end of our show, guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And we'll catch you guys next time.
How will you pick Sancho ahead of Bernardo Silva? Eh? Ha! This move yourself.